Welcome brawlers, I'm the Hermit and today we're gonna be doing a little bit of a budget brew. We're gonna be running only 6 rares and mythics. I think 4 rares and 2 mythics. I think these ones are the best if you're trying to build a mono red deck, or they are in general mono red staples, with staples that can maybe work in some other decks. So for instance, we have Ruby Medallion. Red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, but sometimes you can use it in something like Izzet Storm instead of just mono red. Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon, you can use it in 2 colors, but definitely you should be playing them if you are playing only one. Lelia and Inti are a bit aggressive cards, I think. So if you're trying to play any red strategy that is aggressive, there's usually a reason to include either of both of them. Cause, again, this one is just for mono red mainly. Searches for mountains, deals damage equal to the mountains, and then your mountains can deal damage if you get to the ultimate. And of course, Fury is just a turbo staple. It's essentially you pitch a red card and you get 4 damage on your opponent's creatures and or planeswalkers. Now, what is our commander actually? Well, we have Kaman Farrik Havoc duo. I think this is one of the goblins, maybe Hobgoblin, or maybe a version of Green Goblin that I don't quite remember. I think it's Hobgoblin actually. So it's a 1/2 Goblin human villain, flying haste for only 1 and a red. Whenever you discard a card, they get +2/+0 until end of turn. So our deck is going to be all about discard synergies. We want to first play our commander, and hopefully immediately start discarding. Maybe we already set it up with something like Grizzle Glutton. We blight 1, discard, and draw. Most of our stuff is going to be discard and draw, except for the stuff that is just mono red staples, well, mono red aggro staples, stuff like an Axe, Cyclo Raptor, or God, True Soul Zealot. Then we have a couple of Madness synergies. I think we don't have actually Mayhem. The mono red ones are not that good, so we have Fiery Temper and I guess Blazing Rootwalla, which we can cast for free if we discard it. We also have some removal, and like I said, the rest is going to be stuff that makes us discard and draw. Hopefully stuff that we can use repeatedly. So not that many stuff like Witch's Mark. We only play a couple of those cards. Tormenting Voice type effects, where you discard a card and you draw 2. We only play a few of those, because we want to do it repeatedly. So hopefully we get something like Boundaryland Ranger if we control a creature with power 4 or greater. At the beginning of combat we'll do the Romash. Or maybe Volatile Wondercliff. When it becomes tapped, we do the Romash. You pretty much get the gist. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Get our commander, discard a bunch of cards, hopefully enough that it's lethal, or just enough to keep it going, and later in the game do it again until our opponent loses. And if they try to run us over, we have removal, or even if they have blockers. But since our commander has flying, it's gonna be a little harder for them to block. And obviously we're gonna try to get some free wins with our Blood Moons, Magus of the Moon. So that's pretty much the deck. Now let's head into the queue and see if we can Romash our way to some wins. And a little bit of a word of warning, obviously, because we are playing budget, odds are we're not gonna be winning as much as we typically do. But we will try to get as many wins as we can. Now we are against Toph, Greatest Airbender. So they want to ramp into their commander. have their creatures beat us to death. I think both Seer and Pyrokinesis will be helpful here. Now, do we want... Yeah, I guess we send... Actually, we wait until it's Earthbended. Pyrokinesis... I'll the guest. Or maybe we wait. Yeah, as long as we don't let them untap. Okay, we draw another land, so we still have to do it this way. Unblood tokens are a decent way to get the repeated loot effect. Well, I guess it's Ramage more than loot. So that's why you will see cards like Belligerent Guest, Ceremonial Knife. But our opponent has removal for our commander. Fiery Temper. Yeah, and our opponent is taking their time with their priority for some reason. Frenzied Bailoff. Sure. Might as well Fiery Temper here. And we are just drowning in lands. Definitely bad for us. If opponent has a couple of more lands, they can play tough, we see it, they bring it back. I mean, they replay it next turn. Okay, they might. I was going to say they might crack their cape here. Let's grab the prize, and because they are not playing blue, we are not worried about their responses. I guess we are a little worried that they take too long, but what are you gonna do? Oh, Enterprising Scallywag, that's actually not bad here. They're going to get the secret tunnel. In case you didn't. Did I say? I know I said GG. But yeah, here they probably get the secret tunnel. It's unblockable. It's gonna have double strike. They could also get the infect land. And that's, yeah, that should be really annoying for us. Although if we kill their land, they would need a way to earthbending. Yeah, of earthbending it again. So we'll see. Comes back, but it's only a 1/1. think we discard the Glutton. No, let's discard the Mountain. And we get the gate. Ooh, opponent gambles, so they might get their Nexus earthbended again. Oop, it's Boomy, so maybe not. They discarded their Boomy, I think. That's what they got. And obviously here, Blood Moon Magus of the Moon would work wonder for us. Their Nexus loses all abilities, and it's only a land. Crop rotation. For Basingse, okay. They already spent their green mana, so they need to wait one more turn. Edition map. And nowhere else. Ooh, and there we go. Let's them get out of this one. Yep, that becomes a land. I mean a creature until end of turn. But we don't attack. And now all they have is a 3/3. Well, they have the elves, so they still have green mana, and they can get more green mana with their map. But yeah, their whole plan revolved around getting the Nexus, and that's why we play this as one of our very few rares in this deck. Just get you some free wins. And the fact that we chump blocked when we did, I forgot what with. But yeah, I know actually we removed it with Seer, so that also helped us in case they had some proliferate shenanigans as well. So we take the win. GG's. Okay, so against Rofellos. Ooh. I mean, we are on the play. We don't have removal for Rofellos, so maybe I'm risking too much with this one. But I think the core might work out. Then again, maybe not. We'll see. And I guess here we needed to play the detective, maybe? We'll find out. Ooh, opponent is not playing their commander. That's worth noting, I think. Let's first play our commander, detective, enthusiast. We're gonna get a land for a land, but we just want to grow our creatures. Well, at least we got a utility land out of this. Oh, it gets menace because of the enthusiast. It gives modified creatures menace. Yeah, I didn't remember this getting menace whenever you discard it, but... Are they gonna make us fight? Or they're gonna punch something, maybe? Let's find out. Trickster Elk. Let's attack. Discard the mountain. Did I put accidentally 40 lands? We got the mana issues twice in a row. I don't know. So here opponent is gonna play their big dumb green spell. Ooh, maybe not. Just bring big dumb colorless spell. That just furthers their plan. That's actually not bad for us. I'm gonna go check the land count between this game and the next. Because this is unreal twice in a row. Maybe it's because we also have allowed to the ground curve, I think. But I'm not sure. Reckless Racer. Okay. Yep, opponent has 8 mana. I guess 9 with the castle, so we should see their worst here. And they tutor for a 5 drop. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, they need to play another creature to gain life. Fighting is not gonna cut it, I'm afraid. Bushwhack. And they get a next Steel Explorer, gain the life, okay. However, have you considered Crimson Zenith or Abundant Harvest? Sure. Harvest, non-land. No, that doesn't help us. But I guess we win either way. They need to either double block the Mako or take the 6 damage from the other creatures. So we take those. Good games, fellas. Like I said, the hand was promising, even if we didn't have removal. I guess the best removal is player removal. Yarsil, we are on the play, but no discard outlets. Okay, we can work with this one. Oh, I actually forgot to check the land. I think we are at 37. And opponent has Pyrokinesis, it seems. Maybe Once Upon a Time? That's what it's called. Maybe it was actually that. I guess they could have jump blocked. Okay, they will make us fight here? No. Add the mana and remove the Swiss. Sure. Play you. Card your hand and draw 2. We kill their Domri. They are going to shove aside again. Oh, and there it is. Pyrokinesis. I guess now they don't cast Jarsil right away. On account of no targets for their... Okay, that makes sense. Thermocoif. Oof. Yep, we are in dire straits.
You hit like a child. Busting heads is my bread and butter.
And more lands. Yeah, I guess if we play our elemental, they kill it with Domri, so... GG's. I didn't expect to float this bad, I think. And... yeah. Tough luck. Okay, against Stick Fingers combo... yeah, I don't think we can win this, but we'll give it a go just because of the Magus. If the Magus doesn't win this game for us, at least it will be over shortly. So a Transformer, so yeah, that means we're not gonna win at all. We need to remember to play our commander first. Yep, okay. Big score. Yeah, the Solar Transformer really is going to win the game for opponent, I think. Ooh, dig up, they go for another black source. So they were gonna get out of it. Blood Chief's Thirst. And yeah. GG's. Did we have fun? Of course we did not. We need to do something about this combo. But yeah. Either rank it higher because, well, the fact that we are budget that running against it means that they are pretty much gaming the matchmaker. So, you know, hate the matchmaker, not the opponent. Good games though. Against Leopold, okay, that's gonna hurt for us, I mean. Emperor of Bones from opponent. Let's start hitting their face. And we'll go from there. Ooh, they deluge. 2 for 2. Guess we are okay with that. But here, what do we try to get? Also, I did check between games. We had 36 lands, so the low end of playable, in my opinion. We don't like fire magic in this matchup. Although, if we draw another land... No, we shouldn't count on discarding. Yeah, our opponent does not allowing us to draw 2 cards is really bad if we want to loot a bunch. And they also have just counterspell after counterspell after counterspell. Or maybe not. Alright, we needed to discard Fiery Temper, kill our opponent's creature. That one is on me. Sure. Opponent needs the land. They play one shit. Okay, I guess we will destroy it. I guess it doesn't matter because it is Feral Push instead of damage bait removal. But they still got to draw 2 cards out of it. Damnation. Yeah, opponent seems to be daring on the way they play Leopold. Reanimate. Okay, let's do it here then. Magus of the Moon. Okay. Let's run it then. And then do we also play our commander? Okay, we already played a land. Yeah, if they have black removal, they would get the Magus, obviously. And they have it seems. Yep. At least they discarded their card there, so we take what we get. What we can get, I mean. Attack here and here. Maybe here as well. We will decline the first one and discard here. Yeah, we don't get the draw. Okay, let's go to combat, first strike. They dismember, okay. Replay the commander, and I guess attack normal. Can we win here? I don't think so yet. Glarp prone. That's 2 lands right there. And they stifle. Okay. Yep, GG's. We needed to win the next turn, I think, and if they kill both of our creatures, we wouldn't be able to do so. If they killed... if they didn't stifle, maybe we draw another way to loot, and that would win us the game, but that stifle really stopped us. And you got to see the difference between a full Rares and Mythics deck between this budget version. And obviously we got close, but in the end our opponent beat us. GG's. Ooh, Harris. Ooh, indeed. Yeah, they are all control. And just playing their commander, they get 2 free damage. It's obviously going to go to our commander. I guess we discard by force. Let's play Common Farrik and attack. Discard. I think we hit our opponent for 5. Well, unless they counterspell, that is. Opponent has a Core Steel Corer. Okay, let's Blood Moon. If it's good enough. Because opponent has no islands. No basic islands so far. Oh, I take that back. They throw into it. Let's suplex, I think. We're gonna cycle both of these. Okay, they prismatic command to deal damage and loot. Oh. I guess they did discard 2 lands. Oh. They play Ragavan and Nuharis. Based on Nuharis. Ooh, does that kill us? Not quite. But I guess, yeah, they're gonna beat us next turn. Yep, we needed an instant speed removal for Yuharis. We remove it here, but now they replay it. They beat us. GG's. Even if they don't replay it, we just play a blocker. They double attack. We block 1. They deal 1 damage to us. That's lethal. So this is kind of what I was thinking again with playing a budget deck. We just take some, well, we take a lot of losses. But it's okay, we got some early wins, so in my mind we are not as bad as we could have been. GG's. Caballero. This is another one where we will struggle a lot. Well, they are going to also be discarding, but eventually they get to reanimate, get a big creature. Well, a big effect on a 4/4 body. So guess we wait on the enthusiast. Is this a counter spell? Watch away. Sure. Dimir Signet, but they don't have anything in their yard as of yet. And there it is. Yep, if they have something good enough, we will just concede. I don't think Mono Red has the tool for a reanimated creature. Okay, 2 lands, we are fine with that. Play a couple of creatures here. Maybe our opponent has Damnation. Worth thinking about. Fatal Push. Okay, so removal for our commander, they were thinking. Do they have a reanimate? Is that what was happening? Here we just go to combat, and I think we light up the stage. If we get another mountain, we might consider playing Kaman Farrik. Oh, Mako and Bifrost. I guess we destroy the Signet. Oh, this is in a graveyard, so they could take our creature, but I don't think they wanted to. Toxic Deluge. Let's get calm here. Which is Mark. And Lilia as well. That is exciting. I guess we don't have any other flyers, so our opponent cannot block our commander here. So if they do play Caballero, we play Lelia, which is Mark and put the Wicked token on Lelia. We draw a couple of cards, exile one with Lelia. Oh, I guess that backup is going to make it harder for Lelia to get through. Opponent, I don't think that's wise. If we get something else to loot, we might be winning here. Or do they have a good one? Nope, 2 more lands. If we discard here, that's 2. Card again, that's 2 more. But I don't think we should do it. Maybe we should? Actually... And there we have it. Lethal. I guess it didn't matter if our opponent tapped their Caballero in the end. And at least they say good game. Good game, opponent. Yeah, I guess they didn't get the right setup. Maybe that's why they put them against us. They might not have had that many big creatures. Or maybe they did, they just got unlucky. There's not really a way to find out. So, we will take it. GG's. Okay, we are going to struggle with Pipisa. They probably play a tempo deck. So if we resolve the Havoc too, we might be in business. And if we don't, it's gonna be tough. Greens on Zenith, X equals 1. Should we shop that aside? I think we should. And it's the archers, discard the mountain. Oracle of the Alpha. Opponent takes the damage. Land and suplex. Suplex. So here I think opponent is considering whether they play 2 spells or whether they play their commander. Those are their most likely options from what we know. If they play 2 spells, they develop a huge board, but their commander is also a good blocker. Commander it is. Do they also have a 1 cost spell? Doesn't seem like it. They just attack to get their flyer. Ibora. They block with everyone. That is indeed unfortunate. Okay, so they played Ancestral Recall, which we could have actually taken. Yeah. So let's see if we draw something else here, or I think we will probably concede. And it seems like they also have removal, so they had everything, it seems. Maybe not. Yeah, they did, so GG's. Madeline elves. So if we shove aside one of their elves, I could be happy with that. Oh, we cannot do it here, so we're all hexproof as long as it's untapped. Elvish War Master, incubation trade. But we kill something here. Yeah, they're probably gonna get Marilyn here. What can we do about that? Oh, and they're gonna steal 4 instead of just 2 cards. Archers. Yeah, probably the archers will seal our fate. And I think we will not win here. Maybe if we discard the monk. Is that anything? Fury. The Epicure, and I think we will hold on to the blood token. Wonderleaf. Okay, the lapse runs resolve. Sure. Yeah, it has menace. So now, well, they will probably steal our resolve. Yeah, they are just... Ooh, okay, we get the resolve then. Yeah, but with Primeval Titan, I don't think we can win it anymore. Big score, Reckless Impulse. By force. Nope, I think our opponent has this one. So, as I predicted, it's a little bit of a struggle playing a budget deck. But I think this one, well, the fact that we managed to get some wins early on. And in case you're wondering, I didn't do much of anything as to where to put the wins and so on. But it just worked out that way. We've pretty much front loaded all of the wins. And we just got beat up once and again and again and again after that. So that is the price you pay by playing the budget version of the deck. And to be honest, well, I will try to put the full upgraded version of this one. But if you see this in the morning or the afternoon when this comes out, you might not see it in the description. I will definitely try to rush it, but it will be at the most at the next day. So now, as far as the changes, like obviously you just got to get better cards. There are definitely more synergistic pieces at rare and uncommon, and rare and mythic rare. But the fact that they synergize only with discard spells rather than just being staples is the reason why I chose the ones that I put in and excluded the ones that I didn't want to get. So hopefully, and especially I think if you are starting out in Brawl, you will most definitely get some better matchups. But we didn't, we just got some medium and some new cards which they haven't really settled in the matchmaking queue. But overall, we do what we can with the budget. I think 6 rares and mythics overall, so I think I'm okay with the way this turned out overall. Now, thank you for watching, I'm DJ Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.